Crypto influencers are currently under attack by YouTube. So this is incredible. In this episode, I'm going to talk about several things that's taking place basically right now in the YouTube space, and I want to kind of give my thoughts on what's happening. And there's all sorts of wild speculations right now, but YouTube is giving community strikes against cryptocurrency influencers and some pretty big names. Now, I actually have, with my YouTube channel, we're closing in on 5,500 subscribers. And even with my YouTube channel, as small as it is, I've ran into issues, community strike issues that didn't make any sense. And there's a lot of problems with this, and it's leading to some wild speculation. I don't think the issues are, there's almost conspiracy theories out there, and I don't necessarily believe the conspiracy drama, if you will, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. So let's just kind of talk about a little bit about what's going on. Before I get into that, let me just say real quick, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see on the page the Cryptotab start screen. Those that are subscribed to my email newsletter, I'm putting out a video specifically for my subscribers earlier today. There has been some mega developments with the Cryptotab Browser. Now, many of you know I use this browser to earn passive cryptocurrency. It works just like Chrome. It's identical to Chrome, yet I'm literally earning passive Bitcoin, 100% passive, for doing practically nothing, just for using a browser that operates identical to the Chrome browser. And yet I'm making passive cryptocurrency every single day. So those of you that are subscribed to that newsletter, be on the lookout for an email later today with a video update for you. And it's considered a Christmas treat, if you will, since this is Christmas Eve. So this is going to be a Christmas gift from me, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already subscribed to my email newsletter, my Crypto Passive Profit Strategy newsletter, go down in the description. Go ahead and subscribe to that right away. All right, let's get back to this. So I heard about this from a couple places. A couple big YouTubers were talking about it, and I find it a little bit almost frustrating because there's some of us that are smaller YouTubers that actually already ran into this problem. And I think that I have some ideas about what's going on. But before I go into kind of my ideas, let's first take a look. This is Ivan on Tech. This is what he said this morning. And by the way, I want to play Ivan on Tech first because I think he has a very sensible approach. And this is for content creators. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about what can you do as someone who enjoys listening or watching cryptocurrency content. If you're a viewer or a subscriber to any of this content and you don't want it to go away, because there is a possibility it could go away, what can you do to help prevent that? Also, if you're a content creator, as someone who's already faced this, what can you do as a content creator? So stay tuned for that. All right, so first up, let's listen to what Ivan on Tech says. And I gotta tell you, I love Ivan on Tech's channel for a couple of reasons. It's very much a technical channel. He loves Ethereum. He's very much into like programming on the Ethereum blockchain. But I love his channel because he operates it like it's a full-on news media show. And I think it just really shows, like, no one had to. Ivan on Tech has, 200,000 subscribers. He was not relying on any sort of media conglomerate to be able to create a show for him. He didn't have to create some sort of a show, go to CNBC and get them to approve it, to bring him on. He didn't have to do any of that. He basically goes on YouTube, and YouTube, with all of its problems, for the most part, it's basically the algorithm favors those the viewers. He was able to put up a show that the viewers like, and therefore he got a lot of views, got a lot of interaction, and he's grown a great channel. And he runs it like a full-on production, and it's awesome. But listen to the beginning of this. He says the same beginning every day, and he says he comes to you like an atomic clock, but not today. So this is just a little comedic entertainment. But then he gets into more of the kind of no nonsense. So let's listen to what he has to say.
Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Crypto. Only here, only on Ivan on Tech. We are, of course, broadcasting live straight out of Stockholm, Sweden, and we do this show each and every day at 8 a.m. Central European Time, guys. I come to you like an atomic clock.
I come to you like an atomic clock, but
Today we are actually 15 minutes late. What?
but we're running late today. I come to you every day like an atomic clock, and normally he does. He's on time every single day.
Because it is Christmas Day and it took a bit longer time to prepare, but nonetheless, hey, look, it's Christmas. It's actually Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day, but in Sweden, Christmas Eve is more important than Christmas Day. And so today we'll be talking about some serious stuff, guys. It's serious news and serious events that happened yesterday. Approximately 9 channels received strikes, and those are all crypto channels. So we're going to discuss what the hell is happening and what is the future of crypto on YouTube, whether there is a future for crypto on YouTube at all. And it's actually very important to look back and see how far we've come when it comes to crypto YouTube, but also realize that at the end of the day, you never know how long time you're gonna be here. It's like PewDiePie. I actually watched a video from PewDiePie a few days ago where he also talked about the fact that he is always prepared to be banned from YouTube because he's playing games, he's using copyrighted material in some cases. So when he started YouTube in 2012, or I don't know which year, but it was many years ago, he always thought that, okay, this might be the last day. Each and every day might be the last day because who knows if he gets a copyright strike or some game publisher says that he needs to delete the channel and so on and so forth. And this is kind of the life of a YouTuber. You never know when you're gonna disappear, whether you're gonna be here tomorrow or in a day or in 2 days. So let's talk about it today. It's very important. And then we have some other news as well, but I want to mainly focus on this and on the chat, guys, because it is Christmas. I want to be a...
Okay, so when he talks about, we need to be aware that we may not always be here in the crypto space, and he talks about PewDiePie. By the way, if you don't know who PewDiePie is, he's the #1 largest YouTuber in the world, has the largest following. I forget how big it is, but it's enormous. You can go look him up. One of the cool things about PewDiePie, by the way, he's a very much a down-to-earth guy. Lives in a lot of these mega YouTubers have mansions and, Lamborghinis and blah, blah, blah. PewDiePie lives in a very normal house. His life has never changed a whole lot, despite the fact he literally makes millions of dollars just in ad revenue every single year. But that's a tremendous amount of wisdom on his part. It's not just for YouTubers. Someone who's been in business for a lot of years, I can tell you almost every entrepreneur they run into the same mindset challenge, and that is they start building a business and then there's always this thing in the back of their head. What if the business environment changes and I can't keep this business going? What if something happens? I know a gentleman who ran a very successful engineering firm down in Texas, but part of his issue with his engineering firm was his type of engineering was based off of government regulations. It was kind of a consulting type business that he did for commercial buildings, and it was based off of government regulations. Well, one of the fears that he had was what happens if those regulations change or they become null and void or whatever. Do I lose my entire business? The irony is no one ever thinks about that until they get to the place that they create some sort of a level of income that things could get wiped out or things could change. And it's something to always be aware of, but at the same time, just a tip for content creators, you can't be so fearful. I have watched businesses, and I've done this myself in business, grow, and then you're always like, I need to diversify. What's plan B? What's plan B? And in my own personal life, I have watched the plan Bs fail over and over and over again while plan A just kept ticking along. So I think there needs to be some sanity here. Now, let me just clarify exactly what's taking place if this isn't clear to you yet. A ton of channels. Now, he mentioned 9 major channels. It's actually more than that. It's closer to 15 to 20 major channels. We're talking about people with probably 50,000 or more followers, which if you don't know this, in the cryptocurrency space is an enormous channel. When you talk about there's channels out there, I don't know what PewDiePie's got, probably 50 million subscribers or something crazy like that. When you talk about that compared to the largest channel in crypto, I think is only 400 plus thousand subscribers. So when you put that into comparison, a 50,000 subscriber cryptocurrency channel is a large channel in the crypto niche. So what is so a lot of these large channels got community strikes. What is a community strikes? Well, community strikes are basically things like you use copyright material, which most people know better than to do that, or and the first time you get a warning and then you can't live stream. And if you get 3 of these within a 6-month period or 4, you'll be banned permanently from the platform. And the problem is it's pretty easy to get your first or second YouTube strike. and it's not clear why people are getting them. Most people are getting them under the guidelines. If you go look at what they got striked for, it'll say something related to like the same thing as hate speech, and that's challenging when you see that, because you're like, what are you talking about? Nothing in my channel is hate speech, and it's not clear. So this happened with me, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what happened, but I want to go through some of the other YouTube stuff really quickly. There's well, this is on Twitter. There's a guy, Crypto Mug Investor, on Twitter, and by the way, I'm going to start doing more on Twitter as well. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, if you just go over to Twitter and look up Crypto Wealth, all one word, YT, Crypto Wealth, CryptoWealthy, then you can follow me on Twitter. But this gentleman on Twitter, this is what he had to say, and I don't know if I don't fully believe in this at all, but listen to what he has to say.
Right, be aware, guys, this is blatantly just fake news I'm spreading. But seriously, roll with me, think about this. So, we're seeing, 9 or 10 YouTubers just shut down from the crypto space? You know what I'm thinking, guys? If you were someone with a lot of money, a lot of influence, a lot of power, and you wanted to orchestrate a Christmas dump to really draw the last bit of sentiment that existed out of this market, and to kill anybody who's been strong enough to just keep holding throughout this whole year of madness, what would you do? You'd stop all the YouTubers putting out content, because then when it dumps, there's no one there to talk sense to you. You see the tweets, guys, I'm one of the people putting it out. I told you guys I was buying the bottom, and I called it the bottom, and we took off ever since, you know? And whether I'm right or wrong, I'm just here and I'm confident, and I'm telling you my opinions based on the research I do. Now, if you block all of the YouTube channels over Christmas and you start sending the price down, you've got more chance of causing way more panic when you haven't got a level-headed Ivan on tech hitting you with your daily news, telling you what's daily going on, you know? They don't want you to have that familiarity. Well, at least I think. Could be spreading nonsense, guys, but this worries me that we are about to embark on a terrible, terrible Christmas dump. So the only way to beat them bastards is to just buy that dump, guys. When it gets real bad and you think it's game over and you think you should sell everything you got, just pile money in, guys. Just do it.
Okay, that's probably crazy advice, but dollar cost average is smart. But anyway, so there's this guy out here, and he's got a decent following on Twitter, and he's over here saying, hey, here's what we got going on, and he's got about 1,500 followers, but this tweet is getting a little bit of attention. But he's saying, hey, the issue is, there's this whole conspiracy going on, and they want to dump the price, and then when they dump the price, there's no one to be positive. There's no content creators who are going to be positive, yada 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 nonsense. Listen, I don't necessarily think that's the case either, but come over here and take a look at Chico Crypto. Now, he's one of the big YouTubers that got the strike, and he's got about 67,000 subscribers. And let me tell you something. Chico Crypto is quickly becoming one of my favorite crypto YouTube channels, mainly because he kind of does a lot of research. He kind of sees through the hype, and he really looks at a lot of interesting fundamental factors in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, just some of his videos are just unbelievable. But he posted this on Twitter. He said somewhere in here, where's it at? He says, first of all, he posted that, hey, his channel got community strikes. And he said, hey, he posted a tweet that says, so I have an evidence now of people claiming that, yes, they are mass reporting my videos, a group on Telegram. Would be nice to get some help at YouTube creators. Now, the challenge with this is, and this is what I believe is going on. I've gotten strikes, and it's not clear. And I looked at everything, and the videos that I got strikes on made no sense at all why I got striked. It wasn't hate speech. It was like very innocuous. I wasn't really selling anything in the videos. It was crazy. There's videos that I thought if you were going to look for an issue, you could find greater issues in other videos that didn't get striked. And it's kind of scary when you log into your YouTube account and you see all these strikes. And I came to the conclusion then, and I think this conclusion still holds true, and I think this tweet by Chico Crypto basically proves it. So I started researching all over the place. What's going on? Why is my channel getting striked? And by the way, this never matters to anyone until it's your channel. Shout out to Nerdy Dude Stuff. He's another crypto YouTuber / gaming YouTuber. And he had a strike first. And when he got his first strike, I didn't I mean, I saw he got a strike, and I thought, okay, I'm just assuming he must have did something wrong. I mean, I didn't have a strike, but I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't trying to do anything wrong. And it was about a month later I got my first strike, and I was like, what? And I reached out to him, and he was in the same boat I was in. Well, after doing a lot of research, what I found out, the only possible thing that I was doing wrong was I had affiliate links in my description. So I went back and I changed all my affiliate links to bit.ly links or whatever. And the challenge is that that's not a very clear, I mean, there's tons of channels that have affiliate links. That non-YouTube channels, everything has affiliate links. Like, YouTube would almost not exist if it wasn't for ad revenue for creators and affiliate links. That's the enormous reason for the platform. It's the only way to be able to produce a profit on the platform, especially as a small YouTuber. And it's the only thing that kind of keeps you going in spite of all the trolls and whatnot that you have to deal with. So I thought, well, okay, because I didn't know what else to do, I figured I would go ahead and put the bit.ly links up there and replace the affiliate links. And I've been very adamant about that in all of my videos. However, again, it didn't sit well with me, and I thought there might be more to this. And so what I initially thought was, I think I've got trolls that are putting community strikes against my channel by making complaints about things like hate speech and stuff like that. YouTube has very low tolerance, and this is what I think is happening to all the crypto YouTubers right now, because crypto is kind of being hated against. I don't think it's YouTube that's doing this. I don't think, anyway, I don't even want to go down that. The reason I don't think it's YouTube is because I think there's still ad revenue to get created there, and I think at the end of the day, YouTube wants content and YouTube wants ad revenue. And I don't think they're yet controlled by the financial industry to somehow squash crypto YouTubers. I think that day could come. I don't think that's what's happening today. I think there's two things happening. I think there are people who watch your videos, trolls, that know that they can complain that it's hate speech or whatever, and you'll get your first warning pretty quick, and they may remove videos. But here's the thing, and you have a chance to be able to dispute the claims. I disputed all of my videos. All of my disputes, except for 2 or 3, got overturned. I had probably like 15 videos that got like deleted at first. Almost all of them got overturned except for 2 or 3. But then the 2 or 3 that did get overturned, it made no sense. Which told me that on the inside, the reviewers that are manually reviewing it, it's very subjective. And what I found out, or what I believe is happening on that side of things, is that, cryptocurrency gets a lot of negative press. There's a lot of people that claim that Bitcoin is used for, money laundering, and it's used on the dark web for drugs and organized crime, which is really stupid, because the US dollar has been used far more than Bitcoin for money laundering, et cetera, et cetera. Most people deal in US dollars when they deal drugs. They don't deal in Bitcoins. However, neither here nor there. I think it's the media, the negativity around cryptocurrency, and when some of these people manually review crypto content, especially content related to things like trading and making a profit, et cetera, I think there are reviewers, because of the media influence around them, that are manually reviewing some of this content, and they're upholding these strikes. Combine that with the fact that cryptocurrency is a very crazy place where it's almost like they eat their young. And they always, fight against each other. Your crypto's good, my crypto's bad, your altcoin is shit, mine's amazing, and just stupid stuff like that. And I think that there's Telegram groups and there's communities inside of here that are going to attack YouTubers that talk about projects that they don't like. And I think when you see YouTube, it's hard for them to ignore when they see a group of people, quote unquote, getting offended because they say something is hate speech, which almost anything can be deemed as hate speech, I guess. It's kind of crazy how that exists. But I think that it's two things. I think there's people out there, trolls, that are coordinated together making complaints. And because when you kind of appeal, the appeal process is not consistent across the board. I think the issue is that there are some of these, I think the standards are subjective. And so with that being said, the bottom line, I think, is what Ivan on Tech said. You never know if we're going to be here tomorrow or not. It doesn't have to be a coordinated attack. It doesn't have to be some sort of big conspiracy theory. Do I think that sort of thing is possible? What we heard the gentleman on Twitter talking about, trying to dump the price around Christmas time so nobody could be positive in the crypto space and blah, blah, blah. Do I think something like that is possible? Yes, but I just don't think that's what's happening. And this is my opinion. I could be wrong. This is just my gut reaction. By the way, Nerdy Dude Stuff, shout out. He got strike. Crypto Gains, who's also a viewer of this channel, subscriber to this channel. He has a YouTube channel that's growing. He puts out pretty consistent content as well. He talked about in his latest video that he got hit as well. Go subscribe to Crypto Gains. Hit that bell notification icon. Support this guy. Support Nerdy Dude Stuff. Support the small YouTubers. Now, I want to point out something that Sonny Decree had in his video. He had this quote by by Gandhi. Let me just say that. And shout out to Gandhiji IO, who often watches this channel, also known as Junk is on Crypto, Sonny. He watches this channel as well, and he said he always puts quotes from Gandhi on on a lot of my comments. But Sonny Decree said this, and I think it's true in crypto. First, they ignore you. Long before I was in crypto, everybody ignored it. It wasn't taken seriously. Then they laugh at you. Oh, it's digital money. Oh, it's no big deal. And then they fight you. And I do think, Sonny Decree is like, oh, now they're fighting us, that we're in the next stage. I think the fight is only beginning. I think, and I want to share with you what I think you can do to sort of fight back, but I think the fight is only beginning. The fourth part of the quote is, then you win. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Ultimately, if you're a subscriber to this channel, or if you believe in cryptocurrency, if you believe in the future of blockchain technology, hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up icon, because I believe ultimately we will win. This is part of just being an early pioneer. I say it all the time on my channel. It is truly extraordinary what we get to be a part of. It is truly, truly extraordinary what we get to be a part of. But this is part of being a pioneer. This is part of being first in the game. We will be the future OGs. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency exists because of those that went before us. Like, we literally, like them or not, the original Bitcoin OGs are giants if you understand where they were at when they got started. And today, we stand on the shoulders of those giants. But I want you to understand that a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, when this technology becomes more mainstream, we're going to be the shoulders that other people are standing on, because we were here first. Now, what can you do if you're a viewer of, and you like cryptocurrency content and you want to support and you want to prevent it from basically disappearing? First things first, watch their content. YouTube's algorithm cares a tremendous amount about total watch time. And I know this goes without saying, but give it that, have a little bit of patience with your crypto YouTubers. If the channel, if the video seems a little bit slow, it doesn't seem very exciting in the moment, just give it a minute, give it another 30 seconds, give it another minute. See if this YouTuber's gonna, a lot of YouTubers like myself, we're small YouTubers trying to figure it out. I get accused of rambling all the time, and I get it. And I do work on getting better and putting out better content and getting to the point as quick as I can. But just be a little bit more patient with their content. The other thing that I would tell you is, be encouraging in the comments. There's always trolls. And I have watched several YouTubers shut down their channels over trolls. And I think, come on, have a little bit of thicker skin. But I do get it. There are ridiculous trolls in this space. People say stupid stuff all the time. Even if a YouTuber is into a project that you don't like, if it's a competing Dapp, or if it's a competing altcoin, or they're a Bitcoin maximalist and you think they're crazy, just be thankful that they're in the crypto space and they're talking about it, because there's so few people actually talking about cryptocurrency in a meaningful, engaging way. Just be thankful that they're in the space. Be encouraging. Hey, I appreciate what you do. Appreciate your content. Leave comments down in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up or the thumb down. By the way, it's okay if you hit the thumbs down. That's actually good for the algorithm too, by the way. Always hit a thumbs up or always hit a thumbs down. Always, always, always on every cryptocurrency video you watch. Leave a comment. Say, hey, I'm the first one here. Hey, like your content. Hey, I like this. Be encouraging. Encourage these guys to keep going because it's challenging. When you log into an account, when you got 200,000 subscribers, you log into your account and you've got a community strike, that's rough. Like, that is hard to swallow sometimes. And it can play games with your psyche. Even though it's just a warning, it can play games with your psyche. So be encouraging. Here's another thing. If you like their content and if they have links in the description, affiliate links or whatever, if you see value and you want to sign up for, an exchange or whatever, that is your call. Some people like exchanges, some people don't like exchanges. But the bottom line is there's not a lot of ways compared to like other niches out there in the internet for crypto YouTubers to be able to earn an income based off their content. So like them or not, exchanges are a necessary evil for a lot of us. I always sign up with affiliate links with whatever YouTuber. I don't care if they've got 50 subscribers or 500,000 subscribers. If there's something that I want to check into, I always click the affiliate link of the first YouTuber. In fact, sometimes I'll save the link in my web browser. I'll save the link and come back and do some more research, some more due diligence, and I'll go back to that link of the original person, the original YouTuber that told me about it. So don't be afraid to use our affiliate links. And here's one more thing. This is a big one, by the way. This does incredible things for the psyche. Actually, before I get to that, let me say this. Engage in multiple places. If they have a Twitter account, engage on their Twitter account. Sunny Decree has Twitter. I don't take has Twitter. I have Twitter. If they have an email list, I have an email list. Crypto Passive Profit Strategy Newsletter. Subscribe to their email list. Also, what you can do is if they have a Discord group. I don't have a Discord group. A lot of people do. I know Nerdy Dude Stuff has a Discord group. I know Sunny Decree has a Discord. Get into the Discord. Interact in multiple places. And that's because if something happens to the content, their YouTube content, you want to find out where they're putting up content at. So connect with them on multiple platforms. If they have an Instagram account, connect with them there. I don't have Instagram. I have Twitter, and I have my email newsletter. That's primarily what I have. And I have a podcast that I'm starting. This is technically the second episode. There was another episode, but I accidentally screwed it up, and I never uploaded it. So this is the second episode of my podcast, and I'll try to put a link in the description of my YouTube channel for my podcast. And you can subscribe to my podcast as well. And so those are all strategies you can do. Here's a big one that you can do, especially thinking about the holidays. If YouTubers, specifically on live streams, and a lot of YouTubers, and I don't do this, I have, but I really don't make a habit of putting tip links to my, Bitcoin address and stuff like that in my description, but there's nothing wrong with that as well. But let me just tell you something. When YouTubers live stream and you send a tip, even if it's $1, big tips are great. The biggest tip I ever got, I think, was $25. Big tips are great. $5, $10 tips. Those are awesome. But even a $1 tip, when someone sends me a tip in Super Chat, let me tell you what it does for the creator. It lets you realize that despite all the trolls, because it's easy for somebody to leave a negative comment. Easy. And you just have to deal with it. It is what it is. But when someone tips you even 50 cents or $1 or $2 in a Super Chat on a live stream, it lets you think, wow, somebody values the fact that I'm taking time to discuss this content enough. They care enough to actually tip $1, tip $2. That's incredible. Tipping on a live stream isn't like going out to dinner and tipping your waitress, where really and truly that's a good common sense practice that 100% of people should do. But tipping on a live stream is 100% just courteous on your part as a viewer. So I encourage you to do that a little bit more often. And it doesn't have to even be a big tip. $1 here and there. If you took $5 or $6 a month and just spread it out over 4, 5, or 6 different tips to YouTube creators, particularly live streaming content creators, that does such a good thing for them. It's so encouraging to them just to keep going, just to keep putting out content. Despite what you may think, there's a lot more work behind the scenes than just putting up videos. Even my videos, I do minimum editing on my videos. This is kind of my side sort of project. It's what I do for fun more than anything else. This isn't like a career for me, but for a lot of these guys, if there's a 30-minute video, they spend another hour or 2 hours behind the scenes doing editing, graphics work, researching content, what to write about, what to talk about, what to look into. In fact, my most time-consuming thing for my videos, uploading takes a while, but my most time-consuming thing is probably researching what videos to put up. About 50% of my videos, maybe 60 to 70% of my videos are researched strongly as far as what topics people are wanting to know about and what topics I want to talk about that people are wanting to know about. That's kind of a challenging thing to look up sometimes. So when you give that tip to people, that just encourages them. Now, if you're a content creator, what can you do? First of all, don't stop, keep going. Remember, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Just keep going. If you believe in the future of cryptocurrency, until YouTube says, hey, there's no crypto content, just keep going. Just know that there may be a day that you're not going to be here. So what can you do? Well, the number one thing that you can do above all else is go to multiple platforms, create an email. I'm actually shocked at how few YouTubers have an email list. To this date, there is nothing more responsive than email. Nothing there's just nothing based on a single email metrics versus like a single video metrics. There's nothing more responsive as far as getting a message out there than email. And you have a better shot at getting that message to a lot more people. But email, or create a Discord group, or create a Telegram group, create a community as best you can. Make certain you're on Twitter or Instagram. You want to have multiple platforms, multiple connections that you're connected to. You want to be able to allow your viewers to connect with you in multiple different places. Here's another thing. Podcasting. A lot of YouTubers could podcast, and they should be podcasting. Sunny Decree should be podcasting. Ivan on Tech, it's so easy to podcast simultaneously. These guys really should be podcasting as well. Also, here's the other thing. Don't forget that your viewers and your subscribers, they're your most important asset. A lot of YouTubers really do value their subscribers, but I think a lot of YouTubers, they just talk about what they want to talk about, and it's really important to make certain that you're talking about, as best you can, the content that your subscribers want to hear about. Now, not everyone's going to be happy. That's the bottom line. You're always going to have your trolls. You're always going to be criticized. I mean, that's what you get for being in public. It just is what it is. But don't ever forget that the subscribers are what makes all of this possible. We do this because subscribers want to watch it. So don't forget that it's about the subscribers. Engage with your subscribers. Engage in the comments, if nothing else. I mean, I find it extremely annoying when you tweet someone or you leave a comment and they never get back to anyone. Like, you look in their comment section and there's never ever replies to anybody. I get the bigger you are, the harder it is. Like, I 99% of my comments I respond to. I even respond to the haters a lot of times. But I get the bigger your channel is, you have less time to do that. But you should still engage a little bit. You know, it's a good idea, make a plan that you're gonna, spend 30 minutes a day just to respond to comments. And just let it be 30 minutes a day. If you can't respond, if it's only 10% of your comments you can respond to, that's fine. Just respond to some of them. At the end of the day, this is truly about the viewers. It's truly about the subscribers. And I think as YouTubers, we have to put as much energy and effort into engaging, appreciating our subscribers and our viewers as we do just in creating content and putting up good content. That's it for today. In a nutshell, I don't think this is a coordinated attack by YouTube. I think if anything, it's a coordinated attack by other people, and they unfortunately might be other cryptocurrency enthusiasts, which is unfortunate if that's the case. I think it's a coordinated attack by those who don't like cryptocurrency or don't like specific types of cryptocurrency content, which is unfortunate if that is the case. And I think it's also an inconsistency in the appeals process among individuals following a very subjective standard related to cryptocurrency content. That's my thought. What say you? Let me know down in the description. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. Please give me a thumbs up. I'm always trying to bring sensible, rational cryptocurrency discussions to you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone.